Hello and welcome to all you Aquarians. Welcome to this video about monthly horoscope for April, for Aquarius in general, for April 2013. What is going on for Aquarians? Well, the most significant thing that is going on for all of us is the lunar eclipse. So an eclipse in Scorpio. 5-6 degrees of Scorpio, the moon will be on 5-6 degrees of Scorpio and opposing the sun, 5-6 degrees of Taurus. Now lunar eclipses, this one is on the 25th of April, and it always has a building up of a couple of weeks, and then also after the event a couple of weeks. That's why I stress this in my monthly horoscopes, and particularly for you, it will happen in key areas of your life, the 10th house and the 4th house. I will talk about that in a minute. If you want to know more about what this lunar eclipse is all about in detail and in general, I'll put a link beneath of another video that I have made just about the lunar eclipse, so you can check that out. Now, in general, the lunar eclipse is a very positive one because it tends to, or it wants to bring us on a higher level. And there are two things that are important. First of all, there's a releasing of tension, which is good, right? Well, for most of us, I think releasing tension and solving problems is nice. But on the other hand, it has a sense of loss and sadness. So this is the flavor of the eclipse. So yes, if there has been a problem for a long time that you've been dealing with and now all of a sudden it is solved, there is also sadness involved because of that. So I think it's a very recognizable energy. But what does it mean in particular for Aquarians, and especially when you have an Aquarius rising? It happens in your 4th and your 10th house. So the 4th house is about you, it's about your core, it's about your identity, it could be about your home, it could be about your roots, your origins. And the 10th house is career, is your social status. How, and if you don't have work or you don't have a job, it could be the thing that other people see you, like your mother role, for instance, or some kind of thing that you do for free but that you think is very important and is your life path. So these two houses are highlighted. Now what can this be? It could be a lot of things, a lot of examples. I give also a couple of examples in the other video, and one example could be that if you are a parent that a son or a daughter of 18 years old goes to college, and that is a very positive thing, and it's this kid that has responsibility now, and that is on their own feet, and you feel very released about that you did your job as a parent. Of course you stay always a parent, but the biggest part you did it, and you have to take a step back, and that can give you the feeling of sadness. Could be the case. For other people, it will have to do with their job. The moon and Saturn are conjuncting each other during the lunar eclipse, and that is a bit of having difficulty or challenges with letting go of stuff. So maybe you had to let go of your job, and actually it's a great release, and you say, my goodness, I'm so glad that I don't have to do that anymore. But at the same time you feel sadness, you miss your colleagues, or you miss the job or whatever. So this could be the case as well. This moon and Saturn is also opposing Mars in your 4th house. So there could also be stuff going on in your own house. Mars means maybe some irritation going on at home with the people you live with, and there is this thing that needs to be resolved, this problem that you're having with the people that you live with, or with your family, or things that has to do with your ancestors, or things that has to do with your mom and dad, or things that have to be released, and they will get released, but it gives you also a sense of sadness and maybe nostalgia. That all these things could be the case. It's pretty much the most important thing is the awareness that these things, that you don't get frustrated, because the frustration or the anger that you could feel because of this Mars and Saturn is your ruler in traditional astrology. It's in that 10th house. So it's not an easy aspect, Saturn and Mars opposing each other. It means frustrated energy. So watch out for that. That if you want to release stuff, that you try to step out of yourself, which is of course in this case not always easy to do. But things happen for a reason. So this is important to take into consideration, to take into account. Now, other planets like Neptune and Pluto are really helpful here, because Neptune is in Pisces and it is trining and sextiling this eclipse, which is good for you. And this Neptune in Pisces is in your 2nd house, so that is your self-worth, maybe money for some people, but that is helping you in understanding your own self-worth in this whole story, and understanding that, you know, maybe you have to release a little bit of ego in order to relax more, and in order to be more happy and have less pain and sadness involved. On the other hand, there is Pluto in Capricorn in your 12th house, also trining and sextiling this eclipse. And Pluto is about transformation. So it means that Pluto is trying to spot the blind spot that you're having, that considers the transformation that is needed here. So, which is also good, because you're a fixed sign. You are a sign who, in general, Aquarians are very analytical and are very understanding. But sometimes the things that they don't like changes too much, normally. Unless you have a lot of other planets in mutable signs, but normally if they like something or someone, they stick to it. And Pluto is saying now, maybe you have to release a little bit of the things that you were too attached to. So a last thing is Mercury and Uranus will be the whole month in Aries, and that's your 3rd house. So that is good. It's Mercury is the planet of thinking, and it's in Aries, so it's quick thinking, and your thinking processes and your analyzing of things will help you to understand why this is all happening and what the reason is, and you will be able to do that, to make that picture and to understand it on a very basic level. So, all in all, a very important month for all of us, and also for you Aquarians. So, wish you all the best with this lunar eclipse, and I see you soon. Bye-bye.